Let me begin with a simple question. When does leadership really begin? Is it when you get a title, a promotion, a team to manage? Or does leadership begin the moment you are trusted with responsibility? Because if we look closely, many people have positions, but not everyone takes ownership. And some people, even without formal authority, demonstrate true leadership. In the Ramayana, leadership does not begin when Rama becomes king. It begins much earlier. It begins when he is entrusted with responsibility. Welcome to the Dharma of Leadership, a podcast exploring timeless leadership lessons from the Ramayana. I am your host, Kishore Kumar Thakur. In the previous episode, we explored the role of mentors and how guidance shapes leadership. Today, we explore a moment that transforms potential into reality. Because leadership is not just learned, it is tested. And that test begins with responsibility. What is responsibility? Responsibility is often misunderstood. It is not just a task. It is not just accountability. Responsibility is ownership, commitment, and willingness to be answerable for outcomes. It is the shift from "this is assigned to me" to "this is mine to take care of." There is a defining moment when the sage Vishwamitra asks that Rama accompany him into the forest. This is not a ceremonial task. It is not symbolic. It is real responsibility. Rama is asked to protect sacred rituals, face unknown dangers, step outside the comfort of his palace. For the first time, he is placed in a situation where his actions have direct consequences, and he accepts without hesitation, without resistance. This moment represents a critical transition from comfort to responsibility, from preparation to action. Many people prefer the idea of leadership, but when responsibility arrives, it often comes with uncertainty, pressure, risk. And this is where difference becomes visible. Some step forward, others step back. Responsibility has a unique quality. It reveals what is already within us: discipline or carelessness, courage or hesitation, ownership or avoidance. When things are easy, these qualities remain hidden. But When responsibility increases, they become visible. This is why responsibility is not just a burden, it is a mirror. The Ramayana also shows us what happens when responsibility is avoided or misused. Through characters like Ravana, we see that power without responsibility leads to imbalance. Ravana has authority, he has capability, but he does not align his action with responsibility. His decisions are driven by desire rather than duty. And over time, this leads to consequences not just for him, but for everyone around him. Let us bring this into today's world. In organizations, responsibility shows up in many forms. Owning a project, leading a team, making decisions that affect others. And often, the difference between an average professional and a strong leader lies in one thing: ownership. A leader does not say, "This is not my job." A leader asks, "What can I do to move this forward?" It is also important to acknowledge that responsibility is not always comfortable. It can feel heavy, it can feel uncertain, it can feel risky. Because when you take responsibility, you also accept the possibility of failure, the pressure of expectations, the need to make difficult decisions. But this is also what makes leadership meaningful. Another important insight: responsibility builds capability. When individuals are trusted with meaningful responsibility, they grow. They think differently, they act more carefully, they develop judgment. This is why strong leaders often seek responsibility rather than avoid them, because they understand that growth lies within it. A powerful shift in leadership is this: from "why is this happening to me" to "what is this asking of me?" This transforms challenges into opportunities. It turns pressure into growth. It moves leadership from reaction to ownership. Let me invite you to reflect. Think about your current role. Where are you taking full ownership? Where are you holding back? Where are you waiting for someone else to step in? And now ask yourself, what would it look like to take responsibility in that situation? One of the most important truths about leadership is this: responsibility is not given, it is taken. Even when roles are assigned, true ownership comes from within. And the moment you begin to take responsibility beyond what is required, leadership begins to emerge. The Ramayana reminds us that leadership does not begin with a crown. It begins with responsibility. It begins in moments when we are asked to step forward, to act, to take ownership, to contribute, and in those moments we discover something important. Leadership is not a position. It is a way of being. Thank you for listening to the Dharma of Leadership. In the next episode, we will explore the power of discipline and why consistency matters more than intensity in leadership. Until next time, may your leadership be guided by clarity, courage, and dharma. Thank you.